just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass.
As promised, I'm back. I sent invitation to Mark de France via um, yeah, I sent an invitation to Mark de France via Facebook Messenger. So Mark, if you're in the comment section, please please just click the link and sign in, and we're gonna be able to. Yeah, Andrew, if you want updates, go to the GCOM website. Okay, I see Akani Blair is in. Let me add him in here. Akani. What's going on with you, Akani? Why this thing and let me add you? Edit. No. Kick ban. What's going on here? Just a second, guys. What is going on here? Can he go exit and come back in, please? I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, as I said, I sent an invitation to Mark de France so we could discuss these numbers he's been posting online. I also sent an invitation to Akani Blair. He's from District 10. So we'd have somebody from that area to talk to a little bit to give you a better idea of what's really going on. Again, I'm saying these numbers that are being posted by Mark de France and Mark Goring are mainly from District 10. You're not going to see that repeated in many other regions, right? Look at the numbers coming out of Region 6. Look at numbers coming out of the East Coast. When the numbers on the East Bank, Region 3, come in, all of Essequibo there, from Supernam to Charity, I saw they got some numbers in Stanley Town, right? I'm waiting for Kanye to sign back in. And again, Mark de France, I don't know if it's you in the comments. I hope you haven't run away. I don't have his number. Let me try to call him on Facebook Messenger to see if he answers. That's how I usually get Mark. Um, and let me get him on here because it's really Mark we're trying to talk to. Okay, the France. Can you please try and sign back in? Just a second, guys. Yes, I'm calling Mark. I'm calling Mark de France now. I don't see him. I Mark. I Mark. Yeah, I sent you the invitation on Facebook Messenger. Just click and sign into the studio. Thanks. Yeah, that's Mark. He's about to sign in. Let's hear from these win characters. I don't see a Candy back in here. Let me give him a call as well. And again, if you go and you look at what is being posted by Mark, the marks, strictly District 10, 1 and 2 places in District 4, and some far-flung areas in District 2. You understand? I can. Let's see. Yeah, mine has removed. Sign in back in. Oh.
So I didn't see me on the phone, so it gave me a challenge to.
Oh. All right, cool. All right, cool. No problem. Gavin Thomas really did vote up. That little girl he has, ETXC don't pay for buy. That's one headache off for Gavin Thomas here. Once President Ali is elected, Gavin Thomas will be collecting $200,000 for that beautiful child that he's raising. And I'm happy for that. And I know Gavin is happy that when it's time for her to actually go to UT, she will be able to go there free of cost. And those are the things. Look. I've been working. Look what Gavin said here. You understand? And that is what I want you guys to understand. Sensible Guyanese. And let me rephrase, no. Guyanese who are cognizant of a future. Okay, this is here. Mark, you're muted. You gotta unmute. Let's talk about these numbers y'all are trying to fool people with. Mark, what's up, brother?
Hey, good night. Good night to you, Tom.
How things?
I good.
How things? So
Well, I think cool, man.
I've been seeing you posting some SOPs, mainly from District
Uh-huh.
10. You
Hmm.
guys realize it's more than District 10 to win the presidency.
Yeah, but if you've been following Courdel, I have told you
Uh-huh.
before, I have made the predictions before. Even tonight, I said
Mm-hmm.
at the 2020 elections, I look at geographical seats to begin with. 13 of the seats went to APNU, 12 went to the
Mm-hmm.
PPP.
Right.
I am telling you that Win is taking at least 9 of those geographical seats. The majority would be what APNU had, but I'm looking at 9 and possibly 11 for Win. Now, even before this election started, I knew we had
Mm-hmm.
Region 10.
Right.
When we went sub-district 2, the entire Barbish River, Kukwani, Raimo, Bururu, where Keisha is, Aichuni, and then when we opened our Wisma office, the crowd that we had, and then the repeat rally last week Wednesday, we
Mm-hmm.
know Region 10 is going, it's going blue. Region 10 is 2 geographical seats. There's a straight shootout, 1-1 for us and APNU. So APNU might still win a seat. We're going to win one. The 4,000 votes, 3,900 something that PPP had in 2020, that will either remain
Uh-huh.
the same or actually cut down.
Okay. So
Mhm.
I've been asking these questions because your presidential candidate has been saying you guys have some polls and you guys are leading by 70%. And generally we know this is not true. And based on your assessment there, right there, that would directly contradict what your presidential candidate would have been saying,
Well, I see it
realistically.
went up from 65 to 70%. Any party winning 70% of the votes in any region, that's quite a stretch, or in the country, that's quite a stretch. But I do know, and I have seen the results that we have been expecting. So we know that the PPP will do well in regions two, regions three, region
Right.
five, and region six. Right? What I know for sure, and based on the numbers that I'm seeing, is in region six, that 55,000 votes that they were aiming for,
Okay.
they're not getting it. They won region six with 44,000 votes last election.
Okay.
Right? If they get back 44,000 votes, they're going to get quite a lot because what we have seen is a lot of disenchantment with the PPP. Even though they've busted people and had large numbers at their rally, there's a lot
Right.
of persons who are disenchanted. And that is why when you go to the quarantine areas, areas where Win never existed and where Apple never got as much support, we're seeing support in Chesney, seeing support
Right.
in some of the other quarantine villages there. Even in places like Crabble Creek, every 20 and 30 votes that we get at those polling stations that are traditionally
All right.
red, they actually come and add up.
Okay, good. So you spoke about bussing in people, right? Now, if
Mhm,
we're saying at the final rallies from all these parties, Win had a final rally, the PVP had a final rally. So Win had an opportunity to
mhm.
bus in everybody they knew from here to helping. Brother, just
Mhm.
as the PPP in their final rallies, would you concede that the PPP's final rally and in terms of attendance would trump what Win would have had at the beachfront?
Yes, the PVP had the largest final rally, and that's a
Everybody had
fact.
a
Two
chance to
things,
bust in everybody
two
from
things, two
everywhere,
things that work in your
right?
favor.
Win bus people, PPP
Wins
bus people,
rally,
final rally.
wins rally, wins rally was
Good, go ahead. I'm listening to
a
you.
later rally. It's a
Uh-huh.
rally that started seven something in the evening. No fault of any one of the other parties. PPP started earlier, and I know based because I came from Berbice. I saw the amount of vehicles that came from Berbice, both Quarantine and West Coast for this rally, and I know they would have come from all over the country. Now, given the fact that Win had a
Right,
late rally, given that it was in Georgetown, the majority of our supporters are not necessarily, when you look at the other regions where we do well,
right,
other than the region, four people, the Linden people, and some people from Berbice, right? We don't have the numbers to bring, but that is okay. We've accepted the fact that if you go to rally, the PPP might have the largest rally. They have the most resources. They have connections to the people with buses because even for our nomination day rally, for us to get buses to bring people like the Linden people and the other people, those buses were already being used by the
right.
PPP. So there's a competition for
But
resources, and that's okay.
but we were talking about bussing in. Speaking.
Good. So I get it. Your final rally is where you have the big rally, but your bussing in and your party has been bussing in at every single meeting and every single rally that they've had. You look at the
Okay.
Anna Regina rally. You look at the one that they had at Metamirzorg. You look at the one that they had at Sturgeville. You look at all. You can call all at
All
Bushland.
right.
And
Now
I
let
know
me
this
discuss
because I
rallies.
got
Let me
people.
discuss the election. We had the vote today. Are you going to
Mhm.
respect GCOM's ruling on when they determine
Well,
who
you're
wins the
asking a
election?
personal
Take
question
the
there.
line
You're
of your
asking a personal
presidential
question there,
candidate.
and
No, no,
I
no.
am
You're a
going
win
to respect
representative. You're
any.
an ANOG
I'm going to respect
representative
any
too.
decision. I am an ANOG representative person for once. But yes, um,
So you're saying you
the
do not support
parties,
the stance of your presidential
the
candidate that
parties
he's not going to take that.
will respect the votes and the numbers that we have gotten. And we have gotten numbers from our polling stations via our agents that have been there, right? And that
Mm,
is why we can safely say that the numbers being posted up, even the tally sheets, and not necessarily the SOPs, which will go up in time. Those are numbers
right.
that have been confirmed, and those are true numbers. Of course, we have to
Okay.
wait on GCOM for the official results.
Did you see a live done by Doggy earlier purporting to have won the entire elections already? Are you going to condemn that statement given the fact that GCOM has not pronounced on the elections already?
You have had my position on Doggy. Doggy is not a spokesperson for Win. Doggy is not a member of Win. Doggy is but a supporter of Win. You guys all know this, and you still run around. And this is what the PPP has done. They
It's
have
based
tried
on
to
what she
put out
said,
everything that
Mark.
Doggy is. And Doggy can say anything. We saw Doggy up to the other day with a big red hat and a big red flag. We thought he gone back home because I always know Doggy is a snitch since police days. So I know that Doggy has been working for the PPP,
Win be
probably
here about
because
Win be
he's a
careful.
person.
Mark, be careful. Don't say those things about Doggy. You know he's a violent guy. I don't want him to do anything to you.
Doggy can be violent for himself. I don't know where I run away with Doggy. Doggy got nothing to do with anything. What I do know is that afterwards, Doggy has said that, oh, after Bar Jaglio said something about him, he's
Hmm.
back with Win and he's going to be supportive of Win to the end, something of
Okay.
the sort. But Doggy is no
Okay.
official spokesperson for any political party, much less Win.
Okay. So just to recap, you're conceding that Win has stomped into the PNC strongholds and taken their support base.
Well, I'm not conceding it. I think that is strategy to begin with. If you're looking where you can gain the majority of your support, you have to look at your weakest
Ah,
opponent. Right now, the PNC is disorganized. The PNC has a leader that is not supported by the majority of the big ones that were there under Brigadier Granger. And as such,
right.
it is a constituency that is ripe for the picking. But more so, when you look at the other population that is ripe for getting support, it's the indigenous Guyanese population that has suffered the most in our country across all
Mhm.
governments. And that is why a concerted effort was made, given the amount of seats that can be won on a geographical list,
Mark,
right,
on a
to
point you
focus
just made
heavily
there, I want to
on
pause a
the
second.
in the
Could you
indigenous
give us
regions.
examples how the indigenous people have suffered? You just made that statement. I just would like to know. Give me an
When you
example or two.
compare when you compare what has been
Mhm.
given to coastlanders to the indigenous peoples, they right
Right.
away. Look at your cash grants. Look at your cash grants, what the indigenous peoples have gotten and what your coastlanders have gotten. You can start there. How
Do
many of the
you
indigenous
think
peoples got
indigenous
through with a
communities
COVID
got a
grant?
different
How
cash
many
grant from
people
those in
got?
the coastland?
Yes, we have many indigenous
They didn't
fishermen
get
and
the hundred thousand
women
dollars.
who never got a fisherman's grant, and they do subsistence fishing in the interior. Many of them, right? That's one. We have many who plant cash
Pose a
crop,
question.
but guess who they
More
focus
question
on?
to you.
Guess who they focus on? Guess who they focus on for the cash crop farmers? Those here on the coast. The fertilizer grants. Did you think the indigenous people got the fertilizer grants? They
I
got
don't
a
think the indigenous
25,000
people got the
hinterland grant,
fertilizer
and
grants.
even then,
I know of villages in Region
did
10, District 10 that are voting for you that benefited from the fertilizer grant. So
and I
what?
can tell you, I know of people in region one, in region seven, eight, and nine that didn't get it. The majority of the
So
indigenous
Mark,
regions.
Mark. So are you saying that
I am saying
the
it is
fertilizer
because of
grant
these
should have
things.
touched every single cash crop, kitchen garden farmer, mega farm, everybody? That's what you were saying should have happened.
If you're being transparent and you're trying to treat all with an equal footing, yes, and that is why people think that you can give indigenous people a little road or give a village $3 million for them to fix all the housing, and that is sufficient for them. Or you can go
Mark,
afterwards, like
the
what happened in the
villages
Burbage
aren't
River?
getting
After
LCDS money way more than $3 million. Aren't it $3 million we're talking about?
$15 million,
Presidential
$15 million,
grants, prime
$15
ministerial grants
million.
outside of the LCDS money, Mark.
$15 million, $1 million to fix the
Fifteen
community
million
centers.
dollars,
Still,
and that is
still not
and that
enough.
is dependent on the size of the village. Are you saying that there are no villages that got over $30 million? None, Mark.
I am saying that it is still insufficient. You know what Winners promised? We
Mark,
promised
you're
that
saying
25%
nothing
of
is
the
being done.
LCDS,
If this is
but I am
far from
telling you it's
nothing.
not enough. It's not
Yeah, but
enough
it's far
compared to
from
what is done for
nothing.
the coastlanders.
These
You see
indigenous
what you
communities,
don't understand?
Mark, are you taking into
What you don't
consideration
understand, Courdel.
the logistics of having the same life on the coastland where there's GPL power, GWI water, e-networks, and all of those things available? How are you supposed to do that in a village like Napi that is how many miles outside of Lethem, Mark? Think,
Napi
Mark.
is the worst example. Napi is the worst example you're using because that
Jesus
is very
Christ.
close to Lethem. That is very close to Lethem. Mokomoku, Napi, and those villages, central Rupununi are very
So
close.
isn't that why the government is building out the Moka Moka hydro project so that villages like Napi could get continuous electricity and not depend on generators and solar only, Mark? This is not nothing, Mark.
It is, it
These are
is,
things
but the
that are
start. What
actually
I'm telling
happening.
you is that
So
These
all of this is,
people, these
go ahead.
people have seen what
Uh,
has been on offer to coastlanders, and they know
uh,
that their cost of living is even higher than that of the coastlanders. So when you go and try to fill people's eyes and pockets with $40,000 for CSO because you give back 2,000 CSO or their job, you build a road in the village, you think that is enough? No, these people are expecting much more. And this is the gap that has to be closed. And even your vice president said this. We have to look to close the gap with people in the
okay.
hinterland and people on the coast. We have to look to find
So
ways and
Mark,
means for
you're
them to have
saying
money that
that
are accessible.
the government
What was
empowering
done was
persons
not
to earn
enough.
more is not the way, and the government should just hand out things, just do handouts. That's what they like,
Where you got
empowering
that from my
persons in that village with
statement?
the contract to build a little
Where?
stupid road.
No,
No, no,
no, no, no,
no.
no. I am
So
not saying that.
Mark,
You
Mark,
want to go to
go ahead,
contracts. Let's go to contracts.
go
Let's
ahead,
go to contracts. In the Letem
go ahead.
Township, the major projects that have been done there, the roads, the bridges, and everything in
Uh-huh.
Letem and around Letem, the surrounding villages, did Region 9
Mark, we're talking
contractors
about
get them?
villages. Lethem is a town. We are
No, no, no.
talking
I'm
about
asking, did
villages.
Region, and I'm talking about
We're talking
the
about
bridges to
Amerindian,
Aishalton, the bridges to Deep
comrade,
South.
sir,
Did,
Mark de
did,
France.
did
We are
the
talking about
villagers
Amerindian villages.
from
Lethem is
those
a
Deep South
township,
villages
sir.
get those contracts?
No, 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 no. We're talking
Good,
about
so take
indigenous
Latam out of
villages.
it.
Please don't shift
They
the
did they
goalpost.
did repairs.
Please don't shift the
No, no, no. I'm
goalpost.
not shifting. They
We're
did
talking
repairs.
about
They did
indigenous villages.
repairs in the road to Aishalton. And I'm going to Aishalton, an indigenous village, the largest village
Go
in the
ahead.
south,
Go ahead.
Aishalton, Sand Creek, those
Right.
villages, right? The roads that were done, the
Mark
bridges
de
that were
France
done,
trying to tell me.
did indigenous
Uh-huh.
contractors actually get those contracts? I want you to be truthful to the Guyanese people, Courdel.
Sir, for the
You don't
concrete
know. You
roads,
don't
yes.
know.
Anything,
You don't know.
sir, for the concrete roads, yes. The indigenous people in the village don't have pavers, they don't have rollers, they don't have things to do asphaltic surfaces that are in Aishalton, sir. So please, don't do that, Mark de France. I am talking about community roads in indigenous communities. You said indigenous persons aren't benefiting. I am saying I know in indigenous communities, one in Region 4 in Cuthberts, those persons from that community built out that road. I can give you other examples of concrete roads
You got
done by
switching.
indigenous
You got switching.
persons.
We talking
They
region
cannot
9.
do
I'm talking
asphaltic
region
roads,
9.
Mark. They cannot do
They can do
asphaltic roads,
concrete
Mark.
road. They can do concrete roads. They can do the same dirt roads that have been done with crush and run. They can do all of those. But the contracts have not been given to them. And this is why this is not me speaking. This is the information that we have gotten back from the indigenous
Right.
peoples in those areas. They feel that they have been left out and
Mark.
they have been considered
Mark, I think
secondary
you
and
spoke to
thirdly.
somebody who didn't get the contract and they may have
Okay.
disgruntled. And I'm saying that the
Guess what?
government can't give a contract to every single Guyanese in the country. So they're going to have some that
The
get this
votes
time and some that didn't get. And you may have spoken to the ones that didn't get and they may have said something to you of that effect. But I am
the
saying to
votes
you
are
that the
telling you
majority of
exactly.
Amerindian
The
villages
votes are
have
telling
been
you.
benefiting
Mhm.
from presidential grants, prime ministerial grants, LCDF funds, and other initiatives through the government in relation to tourism, healthcare, education, all across the board, Mark. And I
Let
can
me
list them
challenge you on
all night
something
for you.
now. Name
Go ahead.
one
This is the
Amerindian
last one. Go ahead.
community that has gotten more than $50 million from the government in these grants directly for the village. Name one. One.
Hold on. Let me Google it
Because
because
that is
I'm
pocket change. That is pocket change,
no
right?
man,
You
but you
see that
can't tell me
conversation that
prove. And
Junior
when I
Bash,
prove, you telling me it's
you see,
pocket
no, no, no,
change.
no, no. I am telling you something. You see that contract that what Junior Bash
Mark,
talk about
Mark,
him borrowing
I
40,
can't.
$50 million. You can't talk with numbers with me, Cardell. That is why no one in the opposite, no
Mark,
one
you
in the
asked
PPP
me
can
to
come with
prove,
me
I'm
with
going to
numbers.
prove, and then you tell me it's chump change.
No, no,
I
I am
don't
telling
have
you, I
no
am telling
control
you, prove it.
how much money Junior Bash borrow. That has
I
nothing
am
to do
telling
with
you to
me.
prove it. Because what I'm
Hold,
gonna
let me
tell you is
Google it.
that no village has gotten $50 million or more. And that
They
is
got
pocket
they got
change for what
monies
is being
based
spent.
they got monies based on the size of the village. So if
Cardell,
you don't like that,
just
that's
find
fine.
one
Let me
village,
Google it.
buddy. Just
Hold
find
on. Let me
one
check.
village. I can tell you if you search though. Go and search Quibano. This is one of the bigger villages. Go and search Aishalton, one of the bigger villages.
What is the
Quibano
best
might be your best example
Guyana got from LCS?
because of 50 million contract, Cardell. is nothing compared to the billion-dollar contracts that people here on the coast getting. It's nothing compared to the 800
you
plus
want
million
you
dollar
want so
contract
you
that your
want
critic got.
an indigenous community to get $1 billion contract to build an asphalt road.
No, I'm telling you that they could
That's
have
what you're
gotten
saying.
more, and that is what the people are.
Look at that stupid foot
The
night
people are
and leave
saying
him
that they
free.
could have gotten more. The people
What
are saying
what
they
else will
should
put the
have
pave on
gotten
you and
more.
Mike to use back and carry it into Parima to pave the airstrip? Y'all let's take the logistics of this thing into consideration. Am I they would
Of course,
have
we've
put the
taken
pave on your
everything
back,
into
you wouldn't be able to
consideration.
walk it into Parima.
Uh, find the
Y'all
village that
full
got
of
over 50
nonsense,
million
bro.
dollar
But hold
Courdel.
on, I
Not
Google the
me.
thing.
You go
Hold on.
miss me with your nonsense, and I can pull up figures
Hold on. I'm
and
not
give
saying
you
it
if you
back. I'm
can't find
checking
it.
to see. So I glad that you miss as the deal with he nonsense that he not accepting the results and that he all only win in region 10. I glad you said upon live and you abused dog. He might beat you. That's why I glad about. But let me check the thing
I
you
can tell
talking
I
about.
can tell you the regions that we're
Let me check
winning
the thing.
hands down. We're winning
Hold
7,
on.
we're winning 8, we're winning 10. Hands down, we're winning those 3 regions.
Hold on. I'm Googling it, Mark. Hold on. Hold on.
Cordell, you go search them now till tomorrow. You can't find an Amerindian
Hold
village that
on.
got
Let me check the
$50 million
thing,
or
Mark.
more.
At, at least let me see if you are right, no, bro. Oh, Jesus. This is a letter to the editor. This is not no information, no. I ain't want to. Okay, hold on. I got the article here. Hold on. Just give me a second, Mark. Hold on. Um, I see one village here get 2 payments of 35. Hold on. Let me get the right number. 2 payments of 7.5 million, which would be over 50 million, which is the threshold you said. So yes,
Where's
there
the
are villages
village?
that got
What's
over
the village?
50.
What's the village? What's the village? Let me hear. What's the village?
Hold on. Available provision. Payments and carbon credits. You understand? No. This is from the national budget. Sorry, I'm wrong. This is not LCDF
Cordell,
funds.
I'm telling you, you're wasting your time, but let me help you.
Let me read, man. Jesus Christ, don't rush me, man. Let me
Hey,
read and see. Matter of fact, let me call somebody from the ministry. I got the contact. Give me a second, Mark. Let me call. I can get the
all
right
right, good.
number.
Let me talk by time. So,
Go
if you
ahead.
want to look at villages that have gotten sums of money, and this is not directly for the village, but the village will benefit. It's the villages that got things like schools, a new health center, and these infrastructure projects that the government had to do anyway. So when you go and look at Cubano that they've given a sawmill, that they're building a new secondary school, or the Warramuri secondary school that they opened the other day, or all of the others that a
Uh-huh.
lot of them are highly overpriced. Those are the villages that you can say safely, oh, they got a project that is worth more than $50 million. But when I'm talking directly $50 million for the village council
Oh,
to
those
spend and
hundred
for the
million
village
dollar
council
schools
to
that they
exist,
build. The $100 million
right?
schools that they build. Now you remember that. Natasha,
No. What I'm saying is monies that the village council actually have custody over, that they control how that is spent, and they gotta give back the auditing report and everything fit. There is no village like that, and you can sort from now till thy kingdom come, Cordell. What you're gonna find is probably a village that got 2 sets of money because last year money come and add up to this year's money, and this how and they haven't spent it as
Mark
yet
the
because
France
many
here.
haven't.
Thank you for being on the live. Just wanted to
That's okay, bro. You take care. Peace. Have a good night.
guys
Do your
were
research because when you come
and
to me, must always come with
know.
numbers. I don't talk
Hold
fast.
on, Mark. I want to invite you back on the program. Probably tomorrow or sometime in the week when I have these guys to you. This is an impromptu live. I would have prepped myself if I
That's
knew that I
okay.
was going to engage you like this tonight.
No
You
problem.
understand?
Right?
But
Feel free to send out an
I will
invite.
hope that we can do this before the 5th. Yes,
Yeah, sure.
right. But
I got a
thank you
couple of
for
programs lined
letting me
up,
know that you're
but
willing
that's
to
okay.
accept the results of the
Mhm.
elections. and you do not approve of that message by your presidential candidate of not accepting the results.
I'm
And
telling you, Jacob
congratulations to
will
the
get it
PNC
right.
supporters. You guys would have won, right? Thanks for being here, Mark. Enjoy the rest of
Take
your
care.
day, and
Take
good
care,
luck at the
Courdel.
polls.
Yeah, man. Take you later.
Yeah, so that's Mark. Listen, the point is, I dog, you can beat Mark. Dog, you can beat Mark. But my point is, again, as he would have highlighted to you, those persons, those statements of poll that you're seeing, District 10, that was PNC support base that is gone. So please fret not, worry not, right? Anyway, guys, y'all take care. We can talk a little later on, if anything pertinent comes up. Again, please check the GCOM website. Statements of poll are up already. So you guys can go check for yourself from an official source, GCOM, and well, these big producers sleeping early, but yeah. So statements of polls are online. Please go and check there. Tomorrow, GCOM will have a press conference where they'll update you guys again on what's going on. Um, just to the person who's been asking, I had inquired about accreditation for Livewire, but I was told from GCOM that they were only taking recommendations, or the list of media houses was being provided by the GPA, the Guyana Press Association. So, they ain't really like Livewire. So we ain't get it. It is what it is. Hopefully next elections will be more recognized, and we'll be able to give you that in-depth coverage like some of the other mainstream media houses. Anyway, guys, that's it for me for now. Again, y'all be safe. GCOM website if you need to see any statements of poll. Some are up there already. Go and check it out. As I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.